Here we are at my new listing of Lowry Lane. This has just been staged and I have not seen it yet. We're going to walk through with Sherry Armour, who is the owner of Visuals. So there's construction noise in the background because the outside is still under work. This is Sherry.
Audrey. Come
Hello,
on in.
Sherry. Oh, thank you. Wow, I love this rug already. I'm going to start asking where you get it.
Yeah.
What can I do and put it in my house? Okay,
Well,
so this is the hallway.
We just finished today, so you're coming in to see it for the first time.
Okay, which way should I go first?
Yeah, well, this is the entry right here, and it's actually a very important room because buyers, they say, in the first 10 to 15 seconds decide whether they're going to purchase a home or not. So entries are really important. And we usually add a little pop of color with a rug, and here we added a bench. It's not a large entry, but there was enough to give it a little.
Well, the bench is going to be good for me because I probably can put some of the place where agents leave their cards, or you can leave your cards. So it's small, but I'll probably put the flyer in somewhere else.
Right.
Okay.
And then we'll go in this way into the living room. So the living room is a key selling room and very important.
Wow.
This room, as you know, was a bit of a challenge because of the paint color, which the owner chose to leave. Normally in staging formulas, we lighten the walls and we keep everything more neutral, but so we worked with the color. It was a little darker than we normally like the color palette to be, but what I did to help create the contrast to the darkness is I added white upholstery and pops of white. And another thing that I like to do if there's not a lot of natural light is to add large mirrors. Oh. So that helps. See, that reflects.
Oh my God, what a difference that makes.
Right, it reflects the view, and I actually added 2 in here because we have this aubergine wall over here, which is even darker. So,
wow, it opens up the room.
Right.
Oh, I love it.
It opens the room, and
You can see the outside.
and it reflects a lot of light, which is what we really needed to do in this room.
Wow.
I also added a lot of extra lamps for ambient lighting. So that's another trick that we use a lot.
And the light's reflected in the mirrors too,
Right.
which really I've just learned is a good thing to lighten up space.
Yeah.
Oh, this is lovely.
And of course, when
Let me
you're
just
showing
take
a
a picture here on these. So you have 2 chairs, you have a seating,
Right.
2 chairs, a big coffee table. Oh, and I do like the white couch with. Oh, and you took the aubergine pillow.
Right, I had to dig that up from my staging inventory.
Really?
It's not a color that we use a lot. It's strong.
Oh,
but
yes.
Notice I just used 1 pillow, so that
It's
that
beautiful.
just tied it in.
And the white on the pillows and the chairs really do pop.
Because staging is a different formula than home design because it's catered to the broad appeal, not individual taste. So you want to try and keep it as neutral as possible.
Wow.
So that's the thinking. Yeah.
Well, this is not only neutral, it's, it doesn't look staged in that it doesn't look tacky in any way.
Oh, well, that's good.
I've seen some staging that is like right out of Z Gallery or someplace you wouldn't want to go.
I like to think it's timeless, tailored style with a bit of a modern transitional feel.
And you did that because this house is a Mill
Well,
Valley.
it's a craftsman home, which really lends itself to more modern meets transitional. But also, this is what home buyers really like. They like more modern design.
Right.
So I try to use that, but in a soft way. So it's always comfortable, not too stark.
Right.
So then the dining, which opens into the living room, is really kind of a nice flow. I decided, I think when the owners were here, they might have had a sofa that was in this position, which blocked the flow. And I think it's much better open. So one of the things that we really pay attention to is the flow, light flow, how the room feels, kind of like a feng shui, energetically, how the space feels.
Okay.
But this was a kind of cold room because of the tile on the floor. So when I have situations like that, I like to go ahead and use upholstered dining chairs because that adds a softness.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, it also adds an elegance because this is the only dining room, so you can use it formally or you could use it informally.
Right. And I like that there used to be, the homeowners had a beautiful huge wood table in there.
Right.
But it really made the space look smaller.
Which is why we use the glass.
The glass just opens it up.
It opens it up, right. So it's a trick that you learn, you know, with rooms and the size of them and the light and all of that takes a part in how you choose your furniture pieces.
Okay, and I love the chandelier.
Yeah, it looks really good. This room had a lot of good natural light coming through the windows, and then the chandelier added a lot, so we did not have to add a lot of ambient lighting in there. But we should probably look in the kitchen.
Okay.
Because kitchens pretty much speak for themselves. We don't have to do too much, just a few accents on the counter, and we're good to go.
Right. Yeah, it just a little bit. I like the way you put the trays out with a few little things on them.
Bathrooms and kitchens, you know, it's the architecture of each room that creates the appeal, and we don't really need to do much.
Okay.
So let's see, Audrey, there's another room through here. This home has 4 bedrooms, but one of the bedrooms is up on the main floor, so we chose to stage that as a guest room.
Okay.
It made most sense. So take a look in there. Okay, we had a chocolate brown wall we had to work with, so because of that, I brought in some colors that work with chocolate brown, which tends to be, you know, orange and blue are good colors. I went with the orange. And it's also more of a craftsman color palette.
Yes.
So that worked, I think, pretty well.
And there are no curtains on the windows, which I like.
There's no curtains on this window, although by the time you get ready to put this on the market, I think I will probably add a sheer panel back there to camouflage. If you look out that window, what you see is the neighbor's yard, which is not what we generally want to do. So that was an afterthought.
Okay.
Today, as I was walking through, I said to myself, I'll come back and add a sheer panel. But because of the limited placement of where you can put the bed, it really doesn't lend itself to drapery on either side of the bed. So a sheer panel would work fine, and that's probably what we'll end up with.
That will be nice.
But you know, anytime you have dark walls like this, the formula is to use the white in contrast. So that makes it crisp and fresh, and that's what, you know, potential buyers like.
Okay. And you've actually staged the deck a little bit too, right?
The cushions are not on because of the rain, but that'll be reworked when we get the project finished out in the front, and then we'll create an outdoor cabana. But for now, the furniture's out there.
Right, so for now, it's just...
That's not really staged.
We're not staged yet.
Hid the furniture around the
corner.
corner.
Give you an idea. Oh, and I like this too, the little chair in the bedroom.
Yeah, it's always good to add a chair because it shows that there's multifunctional use of the space. Anytime, you know, you can have a little lounge chair or a writing desk or something like that. It lends itself to multifunctional use. They have the sleeping loft up here. We didn't do much with that because there's a mattress and there's really no way to get up there at the present moment. But it's a nice feature.
Right. Okay. Should we go downstairs?
Yeah. Let's go downstairs.
I'll follow you down.
So the stairwell, same challenge with the green and the aubergine. So what I did is I added the mirror to bring in more light, and I added a great big piece of modern art, a white one.
Oh, so wow, that pops out beautifully.
And it would just lighten up the wall.
I like that. I could even paint that.
We used a lot of modern art, even in traditional homes. You know, the art tends to be, what I like to show is a much more modern, youthful art. Then we have the master suite. This room really is a luxurious master suite, and we were able to create a sitting area.
Oh my God.
Again, multifunctional use of space, and it had a lot of space. This room, of course, was painted in a nice neutral, so it already feels, you know, much lighter.
Wow. The owner is just going to be amazed when they see this. They had it used as a family room because you know, that was really what they needed, which is what this room could also be because
you can see it's
huge.
already set up here as a seating area, so there's a multifunctional use of the space here. If you wanted to, lounge with the children in here, not usually what people want to do in their master bedrooms, but it's just showing that you have a lot of space here if you wanted to.
Exactly.
The colors in the master bedroom, we usually tend to go much more muted. It's more sophisticated, organic palettes of color, but everything neutral.
You do use a lot of mirrors, and I like that.
We do.
The mirror behind the light over there, and the mirror on that huge wall, just to open up the wall, and it sort of like does nicely between those two huge, beautiful windows.
Well, it's a fine balancing between also adding art and then adding mirrors, because you cannot add art on every wall. So it's a matter of balancing all of that out as well.
All right. So you did a little bit to the closet over here?
Just a few boxes and things to, this is kind of a focal point when you walk down. It's always about what you see as soon as you come into a room. So I take that into account. Okay. I don't stage closets that are in the back of a house that you don't see, but because this one was part of the master and it's so visible.
Yes, it is. You walk right down and go like,
to add
big closet.
Things. Yeah, and then the bathroom in here is, again, the bathroom's just not a lot that we have to do except to add white towels. That's that crisp contrast that we go for. We use a lot of neutral kind of sisal rugs.
I noticed that you use these small rugs all over, and they just sort of lighten up the floor.
They do. They lighten it up. They add a softness, and everyone likes sisal. It's one of those materials that you just don't have anyone that doesn't like it. It seems like it has a broad appeal, and that's what we try to use, are just classic tailored and lightly textured things that have broad appeal.
Wow, you've done a really great job.
Thanks, Audrey.
I really like it.
Well, it's a great house, and now we have 2 more bedrooms down in the lower area.
Bump along here.
So,
and by the way, I do happen to love this. What would you call it? Post to the
the post
stairwell. Yes, the owner is an architect.
Yeah,
all these fine details he's done to the home. I really like this.
It's really solid too, I'll tell you that. Every wall that we hammered a nail into was just like a stud. I mean, that's how solid it is.
He's going to love to hear that.
So this room, again, we had a chocolate brown wall. So I made this into a little boy's room. And we added the orange again to give it that zing. And
oh, adorable. Look at the snake on the bed.
Yeah.
Oh, and the little boy boots over here. Little boots.
I try to think ahead about the home and whether it would be a home that would appeal to a family. This home with 4 bedrooms and with this lower area is perfect for children, because the suite is up on its own wing, and this lends itself to great kids' rooms down here, because they also want the children to be close enough to them, usually, small children. So I thought this would make a great family home. So we staged this as a little boy's room. The twin beds, the reason I did that is to, again, show multifunctional use of the space. We want to show as much as we can out of, small spaces.
Got it. Oh, well, the orange, the bicycles, it really looks warm and rich against the wall. You do use colors very well.
The pops of color are important. That's what creates the appeal, the emotional appeal.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we had another bedroom down on this end, and the wall color in here was sage green.
Yeah.
So again, working with that, I had a little bit of a challenge, but it ended up turning out beautifully, I think, with the lavender. So I wanted to have a little girls' room, boys' room, and
so you use lavender.
So we used lavender
and the green. Oh wow, that does look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of a turquoise.
Right. It's not a color that would typically be used in a kid's room per se. I think they had this set up before as the master.
Right.
And, so, we had to work with the color, and I think it transformed pretty well.
The lavender makes it
Right.
girly, plus the little girly on the wall.
And then, of course, the carpet is brown, so we added the white. Again, it's adding that chunks of white to create the lighter, fresher feeling.
So you use carpet on carpet.
I did. It's unusual, but when you have dark carpet, I think it was necessary in here to just add that.
Would a homeowner or just someone living in a home put a carpet on a carpet?
You can, if it's low pile, like what we have here is a very low pile. Otherwise, they tend to buckle. And see, this is a heavy rug too, so it'll lay flat.
Okay.
But I don't recommend it. I don't recommend usually putting, rugs over carpet.
Okay. Again, that's my homeowner self coming out. Homeowner hat on instead of real estate. All right.
So since I staged this wing as boys room, girls room, I decided that it would be good to have the bathroom as a kid's bath.
Okay.
So
And how did you do that?
Well, we added a lot of fun color and, made it into kids' brightly colored towels. And, so this would appeal to the children.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see. The yellow. All right. Yeah, this is lovely. And then duck on the floor. Yeah, I see what you've done. Very nice. Very nice.
The bathrooms are all really, really beautiful in this home. They're really, the quality is just really beautiful.
Well, it's practically all new.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been remodeling for years. This is as he would tell you, a cast iron tub that nobody has ever taken a bath in yet. An all new tile. Yeah, this is like a new home. Okay.
And someone that enjoys doing laundry is really going to love this room.
Oh.
This is the most deluxe laundry room I think I've ever seen. But I think it's more than a laundry room. I kind of set up this area. It could be an art studio or a craft studio. Mm-hmm. There's so much room in here. Mm-hmm. So, again, this was the color that we had to work with, but it's a bright color and it transformed really nicely in that it's a happy feeling. So we added some more, bright colors to kind of work with it and add a little bit of texture.
I see. Again, those area rugs for staging, they just seem so important because it draws your eye to color in the room rather than, even though the floor is absolutely gorgeous.
And it adds softness. Wherever you have wood floor or tile, usually you want to have some kind of wood.
Fabulous, fabulous room. Okay.
And I think that's it, Audrey.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sherry.
Thank you, Audrey, for the opportunity to work with you and your clients. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I hope the home sells quickly. And
oh, I have no doubt this will. And we'll have you back to stage the outside living area in a couple of months or so.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.